Big money, major defense shifts, and a warning about fentanyl and foreign threats. Congress is debating how to spend nearly $1 trillion on the U.S. military. What's in the bill, and how will it affect you and the world? Let's break it down.
Speaker, I rise today to offer H.R. 4016, the fiscal year 2026 Department of Defense Appropriations Act. I want to start by thanking Chairman Cole for his leadership in this process. I want to thank the Defense Subcommittee Ranking Member, Ms. McCollum, for her partnership and friendship. Finally, I want to thank the Defense Subcommittee staff for their tireless work on this year's bill. H.R. 4016 provides $831.5 billion for the Department of Defense and the intelligence community. While this is a relatively flat discretionary funds enacted in fiscal year 25, coupled with the recently enacted Reconciliation Act, it provides nearly $1 trillion to modernize and sustain our armed forces. Today's threat environment continues to grow more complex. Russia remains an aggressive actor. China's values continue to clash with ours as they advance their military capability. Now more than ever, the United States requires strategic investments to defend and protect the American people. Preventing harmful actors' aggression amplifies the need to develop and field capability that provide America the military advantage we need. First, this bill champions Americans' military superiority in a variety of ways. It enhances investments in fifth and sixth generation aircraft such as F-35s, F-47s, F/A-XX. The bill prioritizes modernization of the nuclear triad through investments in the B-21 Raider, the Columbia-class submarine, and Sentinel. This bill also provides approximately $13 billion for missile defense and space programs in support of the Golden Dome effort. Innovation in our defense industrial base and workforce remain cornerstones to providing America's competitive edge. This bill builds off successful prior initiatives through combined funding of $1.3 billion spread across DIU, the Office of Strategic Capital, and APFIT. Furthermore, $1.5 billion is provided to support the maritime industrial base by investing in critical supply chain and workforce training. Drug trafficking, including fentanyl, remains a very serious crisis across America and throughout the United States and poses a national security threat. This bill protects the homeland with this in mind. It combats international actors who facilitate drug trafficking and manufacturing by investing $1.15 billion to counter drug programs, including increasing funding for the National Guard efforts. Following the administration's lead, this bill leans forward on shaping a more efficient and effective Department of Defense by reducing $6.5 billion, almost 45,000 civilian employees. Altogether, this bill is a good bill. I encourage its passage, and with that, I reserve my time.
This funding isn't just defense. It's a tech arms race in the sky and beyond. If you want to understand future warfare and innovation, subscribe now. To maintain a competitive edge, $1.3 billion goes toward tech innovation via the Defense Innovation Unit, DIU, Office of Strategic Capital, accelerated procurement programs. Another $1.5 billion supports the maritime industrial base, including training workers and strengthening the supply chain. Valuable insight: this bill doesn't just fund weapons, it fuels a military tech ecosystem and American jobs. Stay informed on how defense drives the economy. Hit that subscribe button. A surprising focus: $1.15 billion to fight drug trafficking, especially fentanyl, which is being framed as a national security threat. The bill boosts funding for National Guard anti-drug efforts. And despite the high price tag, it cuts 45,000 civilian DOD jobs, saving $6.5 billion. Valuable insight: defense spending is also being tied to domestic crises and efficiency reforms, not just war zones. Want to see how military policy connects to your community? Subscribe for more explainers. To wrap it up, H.R. 416 is a massive, complex, and strategic defense package that reshapes military priorities, funds innovation, tackles the drug crisis, and signals to the world that the U.S. is doubling down on strength and modernization. If you found this breakdown helpful, like the video, drop a comment, and most importantly, Subscribe for more high-impact analysis of what's happening in Congress and why it matters.